Right, so hopefully we're at this stage now. I've basically just done exactly the same thing to both ends. Now, a finger joint are called finger joints because if you put your fingers together like that, the way they join together, it's sort of like fingers. Okay. Now, the way for this to work, we need what we would call a male and a female joint. Okay. To make the female joint, we're going to just hatch the area in between the lines. Okay, that's the bit we're going to cut out on this one. It's always good practice to mark these. Okay, if you don't hatch them, very easy to make a mistake. Okay, so now if this one's going to be the female one, we want this one to be the male, so we're going to remove these bits here. So the bit which is left here will slot into the gap here. So this needs doing all the way around. Doesn't obviously need a ruler, this, just so we make sure we're removing the right bit. Okay, so we're pretty much ready to cut now. Now when you cut these, it's really important that you cut on the correct side of the line. It's very difficult to see this, especially when it's being demonstrated. If I was just around the front of the class or something. So when you're cutting here, you want to cut to the inside of the line. So basically you're cutting down just ever so slightly, maybe this gap here, so that when you cut down the line you can still see a tiny little bit of it. So you want to cut just on the waist side of the line. We want to cut off slightly less than we need, because we can always then file off a little bit more if we want. If we cut too far over, or if we cut down the middle of the line, which is what you would naturally do, quite often you'll be left with a gap in your joint and it won't look very nice. It's too big. Okay, so make sure and just practice cutting down the right side of the line, so it'll be on the waist side. Okay, and obviously down this side as well here.